Hi guys, it's Aviana. Welcome to my Draw My Life tag. Yay, I finally did it. I'm so excited. Anyway, so we're gonna get started. And forgive me, you're gonna see my face in here because it's actually pretty hard to do. Anyway, so I was born in New York in a town called Poughkeepsie. We're just gonna say PK for now. To my single mom, and she was just so excited to have me. She wanted me so badly, and I was born on October 26th. 1988. Woohoo! I'm an 80s baby. Oh yeah. Anyway, so that was really great and I was really happy. Then at 4, really sadly, I had to leave my mom because of some family issues, and I had to go live with my grandparents, with my grandmother and my grandfather that lived around the same area as my mom. So it was really good because then my mom could visit. And all of them loved me so very much. My grandmother and my grandfather and my mom loved me very much. And then a little bit later, in 1991, came my sister. Her name is Kalia. And I love the buck teeth she's got there. And we're about 2.5 years apart. When she first came though, I was so upset because I knew that all the attention would be put on her, and I was so sad about that. So often we fought a lot, and my favorite thing to do to her was actually make her sit on the floor and sit on top of her, because I thought that was so funny because she couldn't move, and I just laughed and laughed and laughed. Ha 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 ha. Then came middle school. Woohoo! I don't know why people say middle school is so great, because it was not that wonderful. But anywho, we moved from Poughkeepsie to Ravenna, New York, which is a small town in upstate New York that is very countrified, and Poughkeepsie was more city-like, so it was very hard to adjust. And I had begun to go through that awkward phase of having really poofy, frizzy hair, awkward clothing. I was just terrible, so I was very sad to move. But my sister, on the other hand, had gone through that awesome phase of being popular. So she became very popular when she moved. She became a cheerleader and all the boys loved her, and she got into cheerleading, really strictly into cheerleading, and it got her so many friends. Then she got boobs, so that helped her even more. And I just became more unpopular as the time went on. So we became very distant from each other at that point because we hung out in different circles entirely. And it was really sad. So in middle school, I was just so sad and so miserable, because I was not secure with myself and I felt very fat and ugly. And then on top of that, I had friends who I thought were friends, but they would call me ugly and fat and stupid behind my back. So I didn't really have any real friends when I was in Ravenna, even though I thought I would, and I hoped I would because I moved, but I just gave up on finding friends. But then high school came and everyone was into drugs. Everybody smoked, and even all the cute boys who didn't pay attention to me anyway, but they all smoked and did drugs and stupid things, so I was less attracted to them anyway. So I guess that was good that they didn't pay attention to me, because I didn't like them anyways. But when I turned 15, I moved back in with my mom, and she was so excited for me to move in, but I was not happy because I didn't really want to move, but I wanted to kind of try it with my mom and see, because I wanted a change. So I moved from Ravenna to Bethlehem, and high school was so big and so many people, so I just cried a lot also because I felt like I didn't fit in, and I just gave up trying to even look for people. But one day during lunch, this girl named Marina came and sat next to me, and she was from Germany and really happy and excited, even though I was not. I was miserable. But we became friends after that, and she really just cheered me up and made me such a happy person and introduced me to all her friends, so we became a nice big group. And it was really cool because I finally felt like I had some true friends. So I became really happy at school, but at home it was still pretty terrible because I was acting out, and I feel like I was taking it out on my mom a lot. And my mom was really sad, but I was angry and I didn't really see that. So we became like brave, and we just did not talk. It became a terrible household. It was not fun at all. Then in 10th grade, because I wanted to test and see if my friends would be sad, I told them all I was moving to California, and they were all really sad. But that kind of backfired in my face, because over the summer someone saw me at the supermarket and was like, "What are you doing here? I thought you moved." And I was like, I'm visiting? So that didn't really work. And by the time I got back to school into 11th grade, Marina became very distant because she was so upset that I had lied to her, and she found out that I lied, so she was very upset with me. And I was so sad because I felt like I had broken her heart and I had lost the only friend I would ever have. So 11th grade, I was really, really bummed because I knew that I had betrayed her, and it made me really sad. But after a year came 12th grade, and in 12th grade, Marina had kind of warmed up to me again, and I had gotten her to forgive me, and we became really, really close, which was really nice. And she invited me to come hang out with her and her family, and I just fell in love with her family. It was so nice. And then she invited me to go to church with her. And I hadn't been really a church-going person at that point, so I decided I would try it out and see how it would go. And everyone there was just so nice to me. I was so puzzled, like, why are you all being so nice to me? This is so weird. But everyone was so nice, and I felt like I really belonged. And it was really a great change for me. And then on October 5th, or to October 2nd, 2005, I became a Christian. And that was so great for me because it really changed my life. And the hole that was in my heart seemed to disappear. So I cheered up, and I wasn't as depressed as I used to be. And then Marina and I became so super close, and it was so nice because it was like I had a second sister that I never had before. And then we decided to go to college together. So we went to the same college, and that was really great. But she lived at home and I lived in the dorm life. And that was just absolutely terrible because all the freshmen were into was drugs and alcohol and doing stupid stuff. And I once again felt like I was in high school and totally left out. So that was terrible because I was really, really sad and depressed. And I just walked around with a cloud over my head and really, really sad because I didn't fit in, and I felt like I was repeating high school again. So I kind of just sombered through college with depression hanging over my head, and it was really stinky because I didn't meet any other new friends. And then I just kept changing my major. I had no idea what I wanted to do. History, art history, and then finally I decided, okay, I'm gonna do childhood ed because I could totally be a teacher. And I decided that that would be great, but I was still confused exactly what I was supposed to do with my life. Just I felt like for now, I might as well be a teacher. So I got a job at a preschool teaching little kids, and that was so awesome because I found a community there and a family there. But after 3 years, I got really, really sad because I felt like I wasn't going anywhere with my life. I wasn't advancing at the preschool, and it was just not getting me anywhere. So I started to think, what can I do? I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. But then a light bulb came on. I was like, I need a change. What I've always wanted to do was be a writer, be an author, and write books. So I decided that I needed to find a job that could support me while I write at home. But what would that be? I had no idea. So I called my mom, and she gave me an idea to become a nanny. She said, why don't you do nannying? Because that's something that you can do, and then you can write. So I started to look on all the nanny websites and started to look for the perfect family for me to become a part of, and it took so long. But finally, after looking in New York City, New Jersey, and Boston, I decided on Boston and focused my sights there because one of my friends lived there, so I knew it might make the transition a lot easier. Plus, Boston is such an amazing city, so I was like, I'm definitely going there. But it was really sad because I had to leave my friends in Albany and my family all there, and I had to embark on a new journey, and it was really, really depressing for a little while there. And I didn't know what to do because I was like, I have to do this all alone. But when I moved, I got to hang out with my friend Tanya, who had just gotten married, and this is my sad attempt to draw her mermaid wedding dress. And there's her husband Alex, and it was really nice at first because I was like, yay, I know somebody. But then after a while I started to feel like, oh, I'm a burden, this is terrible. Like, I am bothering these newlyweds. So I was like, what should I do? What should I do? I need help. And I just felt really lost again and just so confused, like what I'm supposed to do with my life. So I started to try to focus more time on writing. I got a laptop and I spent a lot of time on there. And then in my breaking from writing, I fell into YouTube and I started watching a lot of YouTube. And I started watching a lot of awesome gurus here on YouTube who really inspired me in so many different ways. And I was just so excited. And I was watching these videos of makeup and all these cool things of people talking to the camera, and you feel so personable with them. You like feel like you can just talk to them. So after a while I was like, yay, this is so great. And in 2013 I decided I would start my own channel, and really focus on uploading videos. And I just became so excited with YouTube. I was like, this is so great. I'm like part of this YouTube community, which is really, really nice. And I was so happy. But then you start to get your haters. But after a while, you're like, whatever, haters. You can suck it. No, I'm just kidding. But I had so much fun, and I love makeup, and I love being on YouTube and having so much fun, and it's so exciting. It's just so much fun to do these videos, and I've really gotten a community here and fallen in love with all of these people, and I cannot wait to meet these gurus. I really hope that I get to meet them. This is my sad attempt to write Mel MPHS. She is also really wonderful, and I'll have links to everybody in the bottom. But this has been a great journey, you guys, and I would not be here without all of you. I'm so excited to share this with you, and I know that we'll go on this journey together. And hopefully one day my dream is to become a published author and to see my name published on a book, and that would be just so great. That's definitely my life goal, but for right now, I have no idea. I'm just trying to seize the day and do the best I can with each moment. And I don't know what my purpose is really. I'm still trying to figure that out, but I'm trying to have fun and trying to show love to all that I can. And I thank you so much, guys, for watching. Bye! I love you! Bye!